Hello, friendly people of YouTube. Welcome to Greggington Gaming, the new channel name. I've had about 20 channel names. Maybe this one will stick. I've even got a logo for it. Today, we're going to talk about kill points. First, we'll see how we're doing. 10.57 million. We are 65th in the kingdom, so we're continuing to grow, continuing to do our free-to-play, as you can see here. Element proud, I'd like to think. KVK coming in about 3 weeks, so ready to fight. And fighting is what we're going to talk about today. Kill points in particular. Last video, thanks to all who watched and commented, I mentioned that kill points are really important in KVK1. Don't miss the chance to get some. And we had a few interesting comments. Henry Walker said, KVK1, you don't need kill points. It will hinder your account more than progressing it, in my opinion. And that got me thinking because in one sense, he's absolutely right. The best, most optimal way to play Rock, if you don't care what other people think or say, is to have a big 0 in your kill points. Because kill points mean you're fighting. Fighting means you're losing troops, you're healing troops, that cuts resources. And what can resources be used for? Well, pretty much everything else. So from one point of view, kill points are perhaps not something to strive for, especially in KVK1 where you really need those extra bits of power that the resources you're spending on healing or on retraining troops that have died would otherwise go. However, and here's the point I do agree with, Michael SP7VI, Michael, says, KVK1, you do need kill points. You'll hinder your account more if you don't get any. If you want to migrate at a lower power, but below 50 million, don't have at least 10 times your power in kill points, no kingdom will ever consider taking you. It's too easy to get those kill points. KVK1, and then we go on. Basically, Michael is strongly in favour of getting kill points, which is effectively where I am. And I shall explain why that is. Because, as I said, the best way to play Rock, if we don't care what other people think, if we don't care what other kingdoms think of us, is to get 0 kill points, as I just explained. But you just try getting 0 kill points and explaining to your kingdom or other kingdoms you want to join why you have that. It is perhaps the worst sin in Rise of Kingdoms to have low kill points, especially if you have high power. It doesn't matter in before KVK1. I mean, here we have people who've killed 61, 40, 35, 35, which, whilst impressive numbers, just means you've killed people in the home kingdom. So presumably you've killed farmers, presumably you've had civil war. In my opinion, there's nothing impressive about that. Sorry guys who have the early pre-KVK1 kill points. I just don't think it proves anything apart from the fact you like fighting for what may be needless causes. But as you go later in the game, past KVK1, kill points become a measure of how integral you are to a kingdom, how much you contribute to a kingdom's fighting, and thus how valuable you are. In my main account, excuse me, we are beginning to structure the alliances by kill point numbers. Of course, we look more at that. We look at total deads. We look what tier of troop you've killed. We look if you're actually killing people when it matters, or if you're just doing duels, which is a big no-no. But the more kill points you have at that stage, well, the more you've fought. And the more you've fought, the more you've helped the kingdom in KVK. And guess what? If you've helped your kingdom in KVK and it comes to giving out rewards from King's Chests, or being in the top alliance and getting rewards from KVK reward time, you're going to be looked upon a lot more favourably than people who have not contributed. As Michael said in his comment, eventually you're going to need to be in a position where your kill points hugely exceed your power. I mean, that's not difficult as the game goes on. Unless you're a massive super whale, your power's probably capped at about 150 million. I mean, people can get more than that if you play the game for years and years, and well, I suppose you don't do much fighting and spend all your resources on training more troops. I know that 12 PvP has about 120 million power, and he's a fantastic free-to-play player, so it's definitely possible to get up to that level. But realistically, the billion, 200 plus million accounts are reserved for massive whales with a lot of wonga to throw at Rock. So long term, it's not going to be a problem. You will get the kill points higher than your power, and you will be a lot higher than your power because your power will grow slowly and your kill points will grow quickly. But in my opinion, it's important to start that process in KVK1. Never is there a better thing to prove your worth to your kingdom than by going and fighting. And KVK1 is so good for that, because unlike KVK2 and 3, where you have all the cross-season people coming back with their massive tier 5 accounts for easy kill points against weaker players like I myself will be, in KVK1 the toughest people you will fight are big whales who spent a lot of money. So let's look at our kingdom again. Toughest people anyone fighting against will be fighting against his Harkonnen Baron, who is a very strong player, obviously, but best commander he has will be Pyrrhus, Richard, and Minamoto. He just hasn't got access to anyone else. In KVK1, they're like YSG's the best commander everyone will have. When you get into 2, you'll find people have already maxed Alexander if they're coming back from previous KVKs. When you come to KVK3, well, they'll have everyone. And then the joy of fighting with the early game commanders is very much gone. But KVK1, your March, as long as you have a tier 4 March, as long as you have 2 good commanders, you will find yourself getting good, strong kill points. What's a good number to get? There we go, that's a good question. I guess we'll see how many we get and then judge whether or not it's a good number. I like to think I'd like to think that I end KVK1 with double my power in kill points. We'll see actually if we get there. We'll probably finish at about 18 million power, maybe 20 million power if we do well. I'd like to think our kill points will be 35 to 40 million, which would indicate a strong KVK1 of fighting. Because it will hinder our growth, of course, because we'll be spending the resources which we so desperately need to upgrade the wall. Oh god, look at that, to upgrade the next gold mine, to upgrade the city hall when it comes, which will be 80, 36. So we desperately need all of those resources to put into our city, but we also need to balance that with the fact that if we don't use our resources, our power, our strength to fight in KVK, our alliance and kingdom members will be very justifiably angry with us, because we will be contributing nothing, we'll be taking rewards, and we'll just be farming. As you play more and more rock, people call you a farmer if you don't get many kill points. And to be honest, I think that's quite fair. If it's that is why so many Mightiest Governor events are structured in a fixed way, because the fighters of the kingdom usually lose a lot of speed ups training troops for battle, which then dies, then they train more, or using their universal speed ups in healing, especially as the game progresses into later KVKs. And you can imagine their anger if someone is getting the best new combat MGE commanders and they've not fought in KVK, and as a result of that, they've amassed loads of speed ups and loads of resources to pay for the troops and the buildings required to push for the Mightiest Governor event. So for that reason, Mightiest Governor events are fixed most of the time outside of fighting, and for that reason, fighting is good. This is a war game. Whilst I do agree in principle, Henry, that like we talk about it just from a game theory point of view, low kill points is better for your account. Your standing in the kingdom is dictated by your kill points, and if I finish this kingdom versus kingdom with 333,000 kill points, I will be the target of scorn and anger from everyone in my alliance, and I should be indeed. I mean, you get further on in the game, there'll be kingdoms who don't let you in without a kill point 10 times the level of your power. There'll be kingdoms who say, right, anyone who's not got this many kills or deaths gets expelled from the kingdom, which basically means you can either leave of your own volition or they zero you. I mean, people take kill points very seriously. KVK1, I think, is the best time to get fair kill points. As I said, the commanders everyone's got on a level playing field. Yes, some people have tier 5. Yes, some people have better leveled commanders, better starred commanders. They certainly will than us, because we have, how many gold heads now? 85, which is really not many. That's enough to get YSG to 51111 with a 511111111, as I always say, Thutmose. So we're really not going to be that strong, and we're going to struggle in a lot of the battles. That should not stop you from fighting, my friends. If you take anything from this, KVK1 is a great time to fight. It's a great time to learn, make mistakes. Fighting KVK1, amass kill points, whether you're a massive whale or whether you're a free-to-play player, and you will get the rewards tenfold from the respect of your peers and from being allowed to stay in the top alliance or being allowed to migrate to another kingdom. Whew. There we go. Let me know if you disagree. Henry, I'd be delighted to hear your thoughts. Michael, I would be delighted to hear your thoughts as well. This is a very interesting topic, comes up a lot later in the game. Newer players, when I started playing, I had no desire to get any kill points. I just thought they were a waste of time. I just wanted to get my power up. But from playing more and more, I learned, and I'm sure most people will learn, that kill points really are the true currency of Rock. Without them, you're just labeled a farmer. And yeah, try getting in a good Kingdom or Alliance being labeled a farmer, and if you do, let me know how you've done it, because I'll be impressed. My friends, that's it for today. The importance of kill points, they are huge in terms of our account. As I said, we're here. We've still got waiting on the gold heads to get into YSG, who I will be maxing. It'll be a long road, but I'm determined to do it. The reason I'm maxing this is so I can fight in KVK1 and 2. If I didn't want to fight in there, I'd just save all my gold heads and just go for Boudica Prime or Zhugliang as soon as KVK3 started and the wheel for archers began. But I don't want to do that. I want to fight. To do that, I will need better equipment, but hey-ho. I'm sure it will come in time. My friends, let me know. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd be interested to see the best kill point to power ratio from anyone here. I know mine on my main is 5 times my power and kill points, but it's the same season account, and it's one I haven't bought. I've ploughed the lone furrow myself. It's only 260 days old. I'm sure there are many people with much better ratios than me, so please do let me know, and let's find out what the best kill point to power ratio is here. Until next time, thanks from me, thanks from the letter M, and thanks from all you wonderful people who've made me enjoy making content for this channel so very much. Until next time, my friend, the link to the Discord, now fixed, is in the description, and I will wish you all farewell and a good night.